Hey guys, what's going on? It's Big Head Crypto here. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a standalone video on core number compounding. I haven't done a standalone video on this for just over a week now. However, I did bring you guys an update as to my results on a recent video, which was kind of like a, all passive income related kind of stuff in one video. But I wanted to do a standalone video on core number compounding, just explaining to you guys again how the strategy is working, showing you a different situation of a visual example that you're going to see today, and try and answer some of the questions I've been seeing a lot of people asking either in my Telegram group or in the comments of my YouTube videos. But before we get into it, guys, obviously the disclaimer does apply. None of this is financial advice. Everything in crypto has an element of risk. Yes, core number compounding is of the lower end side of the risk scale, okay, in my opinion, but it's crypto, okay? In crypto, you can't say, anything is risk-free, and we need to be responsible enough to make our own decisions based off of that. So with that out of the way, guys, core number compounding. So core number compounding is a strategy that has been developed by the Oracle, okay? None other than the Oracle himself. And it is an unbelievable strategy, okay? An unbelievable strategy. A strategy that's not going to require you to sit there looking at charts all day if that's not what you want to do. Me, myself, I like to do a mixture of everything. I like to do a mixture of leverage trading, which is, what the Oracle taught me to do, as well as all of my other passive income stuff and, of course, my YouTube stuff and everything else. But this is one of the things that you don't need to put a lot of focus on. You can just check it periodically or have alarms kind of set off to let you know when there's a price increase or decrease, and you can go in and do your thing and make money over time. Now, for me, as you can see, I've got the Crypto.com app in front of you. And the reason why I've got that is because, well, I use the Crypto.com app to do core number compounding on. However, one of the many questions I've seen a lot of people ask is, what else can you do it on? Can I do it on Coinbase? Yes, you can do it on Coinbase. You can do it on Coinbase Pro. I'm presuming you can do it on Binance. You can do it on anything that you can essentially sell and buy your Bitcoin and Ethereum and have a fiat wallet in. Okay, just be mindful. Obviously, different platforms and different exchanges have different fees and things like that, so you do want to keep an eye on that. I did used to use Coinbase Pro myself. Coinbase Pro is brilliant. It's very simple to do on there. The fees are very, very, very low, and well, yeah, that was my preferred place to do this strategy. However, for me, I then proceeded to get the MCO Visa card with Crypto.com because, well, my life is full-time crypto now. And I'm spending crypto as I go along day by day. So because of that, I used Crypto.com, and their services and their exchange and everything to try the strategy out and see how it works. And you know what? It's been working very, very well for me. It's an ecosystem for me. And let me show you what I'm talking about for now. If I go to accounts here, you can see, we're going to ignore CRO for the moment, right? You can see my Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings here. You can see my fiat wallet holding here, which these are the three things that you need, okay, for core number compounding. And I also have this additional MCO Visa card holding, which is basically what I have on my card that I can go out and spend. And if I ever need to, load up more, I can just send it from my fiat wallet as and when I need to. So because of all of this, it just makes my life a whole lot easier just doing it on this app. And up to now, it's been working to the T, okay? So how does this core number compounding strategy work? Now, most of you have probably seen my videos before and you've got a good idea, but it's always good to kind of see another video to kind of refresh yourself. Or if you're completely new to this, welcome. Do check out the playlist that I've got on this as well, because you might learn something on each and every different video. So core number compounding is essentially having a core number, okay, and a core number of whatever it be. In my case, it's £20,000, okay, £10,000 of Ethereum and £10,000 worth of Bitcoin. And I use that core number of 20 grand to take advantage of the market volatility. And that is exactly what you're doing here. Okay, it's exactly what you're doing here. And what do I mean by that? I mean, every time my core number is over by $100 or $200, I sell, okay, which is basically selling into the pumps, guys. Very, very important to know that. And every time Bitcoin and Ethereum take a dump, okay, or my core number goes under 20,000 by about, let's say $400 is what I'm using at the moment, then what I do is I buy back using the fiat wallet, and I'm essentially buying back Bitcoin and Ethereum at a discount. Think of it like a wholesale price. And then again, if it goes over my 20K core number, I sell, anything over $100. And again, if it dumps under, I buy back in. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. By the way, guys, ignore the CRO here. The only reason why I've got this is to have access to the MCO Visa card, you need to stake a certain amount of CRO. And something I want to point out here as well, I know a couple of people said, oh, I used your link and I got CRO before it dumped and stuff. And well, it's dumped and I'm now a few $100s out of pocket. You know, how are you seeing it? You know, what's my opinions on it? And my opinion is this: I couldn't give a rat's ass. I couldn't give an absolute monkeys about what happens to CRO coin. I don't care if this now goes to £300. Okay. The reason why I bought CRO in the first place was to obviously get access to the Visa card primarily as a tool, but to be able to use core number compounding in conjunction with it. So I kind of saw it as an initial outlay, and I've made whatever I invested. I can't remember what it was, 1,400 quid. I've made way more than that just from core number compounding alone. So I don't really care now. This is just doing its thing. Every week I get paid. I don't even know what, okay, a certain amount for having it staked in there. And I don't even know how long it's going to be on there for. I think it's like 80 days or something. So, you know, I take no notice of this, right? And I think if you're going to be using this core number compounding and you stick to it and you stick to the rules, then you should take no notice of this as well. Unless, you know, you like shit coins and stuff, and you can then at that point do, you know, what you like. But going back to this. So first of all, let's just talk about the first step. And, you know, I had somebody come to my Telegram group asking, what can my core number be? Can I just pick any number, or does it have to be a specific number? You can choose any core number you like. For me, I like to keep it nice and even, okay? If I had, let's say, 16 grand and I wanted to use it for core number compounding, I wouldn't put 8,000 in each, because, well, I like to keep them as round numbers. So I'd either have 5 grand in this, or I'd have 10 grand. Yes, I started with 3 grand, I think it was, in each, or 1.5 even. But that was just to kind of, you know, test it to see how it all works with the Crypto.com app. But you can see now I've got 20,000. But it's up to you guys. You can use whatever core number you like. Just, you know, stick to it, essentially, all right? Whatever it is you can afford. But bearing in mind, guys, you do want to also create and have a buffer in your fiat wallet as well. Why? Because let's say you were to start this strategy today and Bitcoin and Ethereum started dumping like it started doing a little bit now, then, well, you want to be able to know that you've got a buffer in there to do your buybacks. And another very quick point to note that I mentioned in the last video, and I try and mention on every video, is this strategy works best in a bull market. It can work well in a sideways market, but when it becomes a bear market, guys, strategies and things have to change. But we're not in a bear market, so I'm not going to be talking about that right now. So let's just use my numbers, okay? Because of course it always helps to have a visual reference, and that's why I'm showing you my figures. I have 10,000 in each on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, I'll split my £20,000 core number in half into BTC and ETH. Why BTC and ETH? Well, again, we're playing on the market volatility, guys, right? Of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the two most popular coins, and arguably, you know, two of the most, I'm not going to say volatile, but I'm going to say consistently volatile. And that's the key here, consistently volatile, all right? I'm not going to elaborate on that. Have a think about it, pause this video if you need to, but it's the consistent volatility that we're looking for. Now, there's times where, you know, Ethereum goes the complete opposite direction to BTC, and again, you've got a spread there and you can play with that and you can benefit from that as well. But yeah, I recommend you stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum. I mentioned this just because I had someone else say, oh, can I just use any other altcoin? I wouldn't recommend it, but, you know, again, do what you like and do what works for you. So you've got your core number, whatever it be, let's call it 20K like mine is right now. And I would say, how, you know, in terms of how much you should put in your fiat wallet, call it a quarter. You might not need that much. Maybe it's good to have that much. I don't know. Call it about a quarter, like I've got down here. Now, there's going to be times where, of course, this number is going to go down because you're going to be doing buybacks, which we're going to talk about in a second. So now we've got that settled. We know how much we've got as a core number. We know how much we've got in our fiat wallet. What is the strategy? How do we play with this? Okay, so anytime, all right, guys, anytime my core number goes over, and this is how I play it, anytime my core number goes over by about $100, all right, also 150, whatever, at least $100, I scrape off, meaning I sell, let's say it was just Ethereum here. So I would sell 114 pounds, 32 cents, or just 114, just to make it easier. And I'll sell it into my fiat wallet. We are never looking at how much ETH we're holding. We're never looking at how much BTC we're holding. We only care about the monetary value. Now, if I was to sell the 114 pounds, 32 pence, then I would return this back to its core number of £10,000. And let's say Bitcoin, let's say this number was at 9.6, all right, £9,600. That's around a $400 dip. And that's the kind of numbers that I'm looking for to do buybacks. So let's say my core number has gone down by about $400. It's at that point where I use my fiat wallet to buy back in, essentially buying at a discount, okay, or buying at wholesale and returning this number back to making the core number to 20,000 again. Now, this is something though where I saw some people got confused, and actually nobody did a great video on this yesterday mentioning this as well. So I thought I'd put my 2 cents on it too. You would look at this now, thinking of that strategy, and think, oh, hold on, you've got £114 here to withdraw. I'm not going to sell this. And the reason why I'm not going to sell this is because if I was to add these two figures together, that is still around my core number. So let's get the calculator up. Let's just quickly just do it. I don't use a calculator. I just do rough calculations in my head, but let's just keep it professional. Adding these two together, you can see I am under my core number now. Okay, my core number is £20,000. This is why and when I want to keep this core number combined in my head to decide whether I'm going to do sell-offs or not. Okay, whether I'm going to be selling into the pumps or whether I'm buying the dips. So because adding these two up, yes, I could sell this because it's $100 over, but combining the two into my core number means I'm not going to actually touch this. I'm not going to sell this right now. It would be a different story if Bitcoin, you know, my holdings was £10,000 here and 10,114 here. Then yeah, sure, I'd sell that 114, 100%, and I'd sell it into my fiat wallet. And by the way, guys, just to very quickly show you how to do that, just click on the coin that you want to sell. Click that. You click sell ETH in this case, and then I'll choose this up here, fiat wallet, and I'll mess around with these numbers. So let's say 0.3433. Oh, 116. So I'd sell 116 at this point. Very, very rough figures there, but I don't go to the penny, okay? It doesn't really matter. But that's how you would do that, okay? And that's what I'll do. But because, again, guys, to reiterate, and I know I've had a couple of people ask this or not actually be very clear on this point, because my total number right now is under the 20K, then I'm not going to sell this right now, okay? If, let's say, this was at 10,000 and this was at 9,600, then I'm about £400 under my core number of 20K. So yeah, I would then use my fiat wallet, just do the complete opposite, right? Click Bitcoin, click buy Bitcoin, click fiat, and then again, play with the numbers until you can buy what you need to get your core number back up to the 20,000, all right? So that's how you essentially do it. Now, some of you might ask, and I saw some people say, well, if you're buying, you're selling, you're buying, you're selling, it's going to take you forever to make money. No, it's not. That's the beauty of this. And actually, I'm going to leave that comment there. It's not really relevant. You can kind of work that out for yourselves. The more important comment that I saw was someone saying, oh, you know, I think Bitcoin is going to have a big correction soon, and I'm going to wait for that to happen until I go into this and start my compounding. And I said, why? What are you waiting for? That's the volatility that you want to take, you know, hold of and take advantage of when things like that happens. Even if it did dip, great, buy at a discount. It's, again, you know, you've got to think of it in real life terms, right? You go to the farmer's market, you buy loads of stuff, you take it to a shop and you sell it, right? Same sort of thing here. You're buying that stuff at a discount. So when it does go over, because again, remember, when you buy at that wholesale price, you're bringing your core number back up to, in my case, let's say 10K. If it goes up at that point, because we know the charts go up and down all day long, then I'll sell again. And it's just going to be like this ecosystem. Sell, buy, sell, buy. And over time, I'm going to profit from this. Now, I know I showed my results on this the other day on my passive income video, general passive income video, but let me show you here. Look, sold BTC today, about £100 there. Yesterday, sold about 177, 400, let's just call it 400, 450 pounds there, all right? But I bought in 365 pounds there. Wednesday, I sold, well, all this, I'm not going to start adding it all up, but you get the idea. Now, how do I take into account profit? Someone said to me, how much profit have you actually made so far? And again, I think I actually mentioned this in one of this video. If I haven't, I'll talk about it now. You can see here, I've sent some money to my bank account, right? And I want to always get paid. You've got to always give yourself times to get paid as well, guys, right? And what I do myself personally, and the way I kind of thought about it, I thought this is the way I'm going to start doing it from now on. Every month, I'm going to calculate how much I've sent either to my bank account or to my card, which is this right here, the MCO Visa card, because whatever goes into this, guys, it's a one-way street. As soon as it goes into this card, at some point it's going to be spent. So the way I calculate my profits is whatever I've actually spent or I'm going to spend, so I've either withdrawn to my bank or into my Visa card, that is what I consider profit. And so far, I mean, we're not even halfway through November, I've made about £2,000 by doing that. £2,000 just by doing that alone. Later on, maybe tomorrow, I might add another 500 onto this number. I'll see that's £2,500 I've made. All right. And that's the way I kind of keep track on how much I'm actually making doing this core number compounding strategy. Obviously, you can see it different ways. You can see it as how much your fiat wallet account is every month, or, you know, whatever, right? There's loads of different ways, but that's essentially the strategy, guys, and how I play it, right? Yes, I'm £100 over, and you know, you've heard me say in other videos, whenever I see £100 over, I sell, but as a total, as a core number of 20,000, it's not £100 over my 20,000. So I'm not actually going to sell this. I'm going to wait. If Bitcoin now starts going up from 9.8 and it goes to 9.9, and then this goes up to 10.2 or something, then maybe I'll sell about £100 there, because I can bring it back down to my 20k core number. So I hope that has kind of helped you guys and answered a few questions. It was good because I checked it today and I noticed that one of my coins here is over and one of these is under. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of show you how I'd play in this sort of situation. And that's generally it, guys. There's not really much more to core number compounding. It's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. There's some days where you don't even touch this, right? And then there's some days where you're literally, you know, selling throughout the whole day. So yeah, guys, core number compounding, you know, thanks to the Oracle for bringing this to us. It's an incredible strategy to have as a side piece. Everything, guys, again, I just want to reiterate, everything you see on my channel about passive income, whether it be this, whether it be Cubitek. By the way, Cubitek is absolutely killing it. If you haven't seen my Cubitek videos, guys, go and check it out, because it's so far it's been just paying out like an absolute beast. But anyway, that's that. But all this kind of stuff that I'm putting out here, guys, these are all just side pieces, right? These are all just different income investments that I have, right, that I generate income from and make money and profits every single month. Right? And I've got a whole spread of these different things. Some things I don't even talk about on YouTube. Some things that are not even crypto related. Plus, you know, I do my leverage trading. So there's all these different things that you put it all together. This is where I make my money. Okay, this is where I make my money, and I make crypto work for me. And that's my purpose, you know, in this channel and in life. So I hope this has made sense to you guys. If you do have any other questions, if you're thinking about, you know, I want to get involved with this, or I really like the Crypto.com app, you know how you do it. I've got my link in my link tree, guys. If you click the link below in my link tree, you'll see where it says Crypto.com receive $25 free. So if you do use my link, you get free $25 and I get free for $25. So it's a win-win for everybody. But yeah, when you do, you know, you can go in and you can sign up to get the card, or you don't even really essentially to get the card. I don't think, but if you're not going to get the card, I would use something like Coinbase Pro personally. But because I'm using the card, it just makes my life so much easier. They have this earn again. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. I don't bother with this thing. I know a lot of people say, oh, passive income, you know, earn feature, staking. Nah, mate, it's not for me. Not for me at all. It's way too slow. Way too slow. Credit, don't ever borrow. Pay, so there's some stuff here, features I haven't really looked at in yet. Deflux. So yeah, so they obviously offer quite a lot on the table, but for me, it's all about the cards themselves. And if you just look here, you can kind of see all the different cards that they have. For me, I have I have this one specifically, okay, which is the Jade Green. And you can see all the tiers now. I did do a video a couple of weeks back where I said that the staking requirements have changed now. So if you want the card that I have, you have to buy 25,000 CRO coins and stake them for, I believe it's 90 days to have access to this card. And, you know, with this card, you get CRO rewards on card spending, of course, which is great. 3% cashback, basically. 100% rebates on Spotify and Netflix, which is great because I use both. Lounge Key, okay, which, you know, it doesn't say that you can take +1 guest, but for me, I did, and, you know, I guess it depends on the airport. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was nice and sweet. And yeah, you know, that's that. But, you know, you don't have to get this card. You can go for this one, or you could even go for this free one if you wanted to and just try out. The one thing I will say, though, is that this card took forever to get to me. So I wouldn't bother trying one and say, oh, I'll change it later on. Get the card that you want. But you can see that, you know, they've got a lot of stuff going for them. They're a big company. They've got a lot of stuff going for them. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. I'm going to leave the video here. That was core number compounding. If you do have any other questions on it, if you're a bit stuck or you're not sure on anything that I talked about in this video, write it in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you when I can, or join my Telegram group. All of that and my CRO link is all in my link tree, guys. Again, the link is down in the description below. And yeah, just ask away if you do get stuck, and I'll leave it there. Have a great weekend, guys. Cheers.